Day and Night is absolutely stunning. I thoroughly enjoyed this. This is a short film produced by Pixar, written and directed by Teddy Newton. And we have two characters here. The background is jet black. And then we have these two characters that are kind of anthropomorphic. I'm not entirely sure if they're representing anything specific other than day and night, but they do have a human-like quality. But Day, in his entire body, we can see these brightly coloured scenes with luscious green grass, golden beaches, people lounging around, having a great time, and beautiful music. And then night comes along, and obviously his body is very dark. The grass tones are muted, not very colourful at all, and he becomes very curious about Day and starts to inspect Day's body or the images that we see in it. And in turn, Night starts to become more and more curious, and he begins to show Day part of his own body. And then they begin to kind of show off, and that's an absolutely beautiful thing. And I don't want to talk about too much about the images that you see in their bodies, but they begin to show off the beautiful things about daytime and the beautiful things about nighttime. And sometimes they're stark contrasts, but they're both equally enjoyable. The brief dancing sequence revolving around the scenes of Las Vegas, I loved. I thought that was amazing. The animation quality is sensational. The way that day and night are often showing the exact same locations, but it's, say, 12 hours apart, is just stunning, and it's so effective. And there's this moment where there's this speech from a mast about how people fear the unknown, and that's basically what we're getting here. When Night looks at Day and doesn't understand what's going on, he becomes curious, but there's obviously a fear there of things being very different, and he gets a bit violent because he's fearing this unknown that Day is presenting. And I'll be honest, the violence wasn't necessary. I didn't think they needed to include that for this to be as interesting as it is. I think it almost took me out of the moment because I thought, well, why on earth is Night beating up Day? It was better when he was curious, maybe perplexed, but angry and violent. I didn't think that was the right response. So that aspect of it, I will say, didn't work as well as everything else. Something that did work well, the sound effects are amazing. The timing is sensational, but the choice of sound effects are incredible. The visual quality is just out of this world. And the journey that we go on over the course of the 5 or 6 minutes is just so beautiful. I really, really thoroughly adored it from start to finish. If you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. It's absolutely sensational. Seeing these 3D-esque images inside these two-dimensional characters is a great idea, and it's so fabulously edited and animated, and the little narrative we have is just really gorgeous. I really thoroughly enjoyed Day and Night. I think it's one of my favourite Pixar shorts of all time. It really is beautiful.